not just tickets, but perfectly good cartons of soda and beer, maybe even jewelry and wallets without ID. But Preakness itself was the best day, the biggest haul. The night before, Dante oiled his cart's wheels and polished his pitch. There was a right way to do it, bold, but not too much so. People didn't like to feel hustled. He also pondered the downside to Preakness. No one needed the carts to carry stuff away because the coolers were always empty by day's end, light enough for the weakest, most sissified men to heave onto their shoulders or drag on the pavement behind them. Which was a shame because people were looser by the end of the day, wavy with liquor and their winnings. Dante was still thinking on how to develop a service that people needed when the race was over. The main thing everyone wanted was a fast getaway, another virtue of the Melville's location, which had several ways out of the neighborhood. What would people pay to ride a helicopter, though? There had to be other possibilities. Dante thought on it. Besides, more and more people were bringing in wheeled coolers, a troubling development. Dante was a Melville, and all the Melvilles were industrious by nature. True, some had focused their energies on less legal businesses, which is why the number of people in the house tended to fluctuate. They were at the high end right now, with Uncle Stevie home from Hagerstown, and Delia's twins staying with them while Delia was spending time on the west side, in that place that Granny M called thereabouts. "When's our mama coming?" the twins asked late at night when they were sleepy and forgetful. "Where's our mama?" "Thereabouts," Granny M said. "She'll be coming home shortly." Granny M pledged that her house was open to all her children, and her children's children, and when the time came, and it was coming, her children's children's children. But she had rules. Church was optional if you were over 12. Sobriety was not. That's why she had squashed Uncle Marcus's plan to buy some cheap tall boys, layer them beneath the bottled waters and sodas in case some folks had second thoughts about paying track prices for beer, or decided they hadn't brought enough beer of their own. The track didn't open its doors until 9, but the Melville's Preakness Day started at 7 a.m., with Uncle Marcus and Ronnie Moe, a shirt-tail relation, taking the 2 cars over to the Wabash Metro stop, then cabbing back before traffic started peaking. Weather for Preakness was seldom fine. Either it fell short of its potential and ended up rainy and cool, or it overshot spring altogether, delivering a full-blown Baltimore scorcher with air that felt like feathers. Today was a chilly one, and Dante was on a roll, ferrying coolers faster than he ever had before, his money piling up in the Tupperware container that Granny M had marked with his name. He would have liked to keep his bills in his pocket, a fat roll to stroke from time to time, but he knew better. Even with the streets crowded as they were today, with uniformed police officers everywhere, the bigger boys, the lazy ones who didn't like to extend themselves, wouldn't hesitate to knock him down and take his money. In his head, he tried to add up what he had made so far. Granny M took a cut for the collection plate, but he'd still have enough for the new version of Grand Theft Auto. Or should he buy some new Nikes? But Granny M would buy him shoes, no matter how much she bitched and moaned and threatened to get him no brands at the outlets. Beneath her complaints, she knew that shoes mattered. Even when Uncle Marcus was a kid, so long ago that there weren't any Nikes, just Keds and Jack Purcells. It had been death to come to school in no brands. Fish heads, they called them then. Granny M wouldn't do that to him as long as he passed all his classes, which he had more than done. Dante not only had almost all B's going into the final grading period, his stock-picking club had come in 3rd in the state for all middle schools. And Dante deserved most of the credit for that because he had said they should buy Apple before Christmas, then drop it quick. All those people buying iPods and shit. An iPod. Now wouldn't that be something to have? Although the Melvilles only had one computer, and it was hard to get any time on it, even for homework. Plus, the big kids in the neighborhood knew to look